Hi, my name is Marcus Casswell. I'm the founder and CEO of Develocode. We're a software company that is here to build software for the people. We're focused on building social impact software, which I think we're doing a pretty good job at, and we'd love to have more of a conversation about that with other people too.
So my name is Tyrone Smiley, owner of KNT Maintenance LLC. We do interior, exterior renovations, make readies, turnovers, things like that for major property management companies, but also regular landlords. We are a second chance hiring company simply because we believe that everybody should have an opportunity to make a livable wage and get a good start.
I'm Elle Baker, co-founder of the Empower Group.
And Bassett Smith.
So the Empower Group exists to help businesses become life-changing fair chance employers. So fair chance employment, of course, hiring folks who are coming home from incarceration or have criminal records, other barriers to traditional employment. So we work with companies who either want to begin engaging in that work, or maybe they already have, but the company's running into some challenges, or they just want to improve their fair chance employment practices. Because there's a way to do that really well that not only benefits people by providing those opportunities, but it can actually also be really good for business. So that's where we come in to kind of help companies actualize that by training them on best practices and sharing our fair chance employment model with them in a way that leads to long-term success with something like this, to really actualize that win-win of being good for people and good for business. So I probably said most of it back.
Yeah, I think you covered it pretty much. I think it's why we do it. So we actually got our start with Nehemiah Manufacturing, which is a local second chance, fair chance employer here in Lower Price Hill. Really well known across the country for doing that work well. We were part of the social services team, and so that work of supporting employees once they're employed, providing on-site services, connecting them to resources was all our work, and the things that we did. It kind of attracted a lot of attention from companies across the country that wanted to know about what we did. So that kind of was really the genesis of kind of this idea that there's a market for this. There are companies that are hungry to really do this work well, and providing more than just the job, kind of getting to a point where you can support someone from the moment that they're employed and see them grow and progress. And that companies are uniquely suited to be able to do that work. And so that's kind of, like as Elle said, that's where we come in, kind of bridge that gap for companies that want to do it well, but don't know how. Yeah.
So just in my experience, they tend to be a little more reserved in their process of selection. Typically, a lot of people that have never been incarcerated or been through the system, it's been my experience that they're a little intimidated by people that have, faced that challenge in their lives. At least for me, that's what it was, getting out. Couldn't get a job, and a lot of people tend to reoffend to go back to the lifestyle that they had prior to, simply because life doesn't stop. If you lack the opportunity, even if you want to do right, somebody's got to give you the opportunity, put you in position to be able to achieve that. And if you have good practices on giving someone with less than a stellar record an opportunity, then you're contributing to the rehabilitation process. You're completing the step. Once they've served their sentence, the real test begins not when you're incarcerated, but when you get out. Can you be successful? Can you be a productive member of society? And without an opportunity to do so, life doesn't stop. You tend to fall back into the old habits. So, you go into survival mode. So,
yeah. And I think what that looks like for individuals coming home and the barriers that are in place that cause someone to either, to reoffend or to not really progress are, some of the structural issues, structural barriers, especially in the state of Ohio. There are hundreds of what they call collateral sanctions, and really these are just kind of statutory issues and statutory barriers that prevent someone from really just progressing and getting ahead. Being able to, something as simple as getting your ID, right? Being able to get your ID in order to get a job or find transportation, reliable transportation, are just one of many, and so that's, I think, where, being able to, being an advocate for, providing opportunities is one thing, but then being able to support once someone is employed is really, those two together really kind of help to truly bridge the gap and truly make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll start this one out for sure. So some of the impacts that I've seen of the rehabilitation process, just being, a bystander, not to mention this big guy next to me he's my older brother as well. We grew up together. He's been my day one, literally. But seeing my brother come out of prison and be able to have this be able to just see his growth in this and see the positive impacts that he can make, that he has made coming out of this. Like, not only has he become a very diligent business owner and somebody who's been able to help bring on a lot of the people that he might have been locked up with, but also at the same time, he's been an amazing father. And I've seen that just somebody giving him the chance and believing in him has impacted more than just his business, more than just his life, but now it's impacting the children's life. He's, and just being able to sit and see the positivity that's coming from that. Not only that, but seeing the positivity that comes from some of your closest friends that, even at some points I was intimidated to be around, but they've turned out to be some of the most awesome and positive people that I've met so far. So that's my take on that.
So what my take on it, to elaborate on, what he said as well, is, for any company, especially my own, just knowing what I went through, nobody wanted to give me a shot. And I just kept trying because I was committed to not, become statistic and, making that door a revolving door. I shut it and slammed it and padlocked it and threw the key in the ocean. But it's important because, especially for the community, everyone wants to live in a safe community. They want the crime rate to drop. They want the, the streets to be safe. They don't want drugs. They don't want guns, things that come with the lifestyle of people that live under the law, or outside of the law, should I say. But the thing is I've got this saying: you can't judge someone for the decisions they make when you don't know the options they had to choose from. And I am a firm believer that if you give somebody a fair chance and you give them, an opportunity to choose a different pathway, and you lead them through it, because I've been in circles with people that most people are terrified to be around, like he said. A couple of my friends, he's like, look, I'll meet him out, but don't ever bring him to my house. But these are people that I've come to know on a more intimate level. And I trust them with my life. And there are some people that have never been in trouble, and I won't trust them, can't trust them as far as I can throw them. Kind of have to go through some stuff, to be able to rub elbows with people that have gone through some stuff and understand that, most people want to do right. They don't want to come out here and live a life of crime. Most people want to get out and succeed. No one that is walking to the door after serving 5-10 years says, you know what, I think I'll come back to this place in a couple of months. That's not what anybody envisions. They envision a life where I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna work. I don't care what I gotta do. This is the last place I want to come back to. And then you get out, and then it's barrier after barrier after barrier, no opportunity. And I make it my business to grab those people and say, hey, I'll give you a fair chance. I'll pay you a fair wage. Something you can live on, something you can build on, and I'll teach you my craft. I'll teach you the craft so that when as I continue to grow and I become needing of more people that can operate as I do, then you can branch off, start your own thing, and then we can work in tandem with each other instead of you being an underling. It's kind of like, I don't mean to take over here, but it's kind of like, there are certain, elements where they're like, oh, they're violent criminals. I don't want them anywhere around. And, but the reality of the situation is these same people, if given the opportunity, are probably going to be the most loyal, most hardworking, and deserving of an opportunity because they understand the other side of it. They understand by having been through what life has to offer on the other side. They're gonna fight a little harder to keep it. And like I said, nothing worse than getting out, having all these plans, and everybody's removed the stepping block. You get out, you're flat foot, and all the steps have been taken away from you to climb to success.
I think we have to. I think it's good to kind of level set too with this, because I think we often have this perception of individuals that are formerly incarcerated or justice involved as kind of like this us versus them, and kind of have this kind of wall kind of built up. We're talking about 80 million Americans. 80 million. That's 1 in every 3 people in this country. And so this is not an us versus them. These are people that people that that you have relationship with, people that you love, that are impacted, and not to take away from the cascading effects of that, families and children and all of that are impacted as well. And so I think, to someone who says like, I'm about, safety and things like that. And I would say, well, are you like, this should hit a little closer to home for you, because it does. It's 1 in 3. And so I think that's a piece, when we talk about, kind of advocacy work, we especially with companies, because there's, concerns about safety and things like that it's a stigma, and it's really, we have not, seen any data to suggest that, hiring someone that's formerly incarcerated is any less safe than hiring anybody else, right? And so those are the things that it's really important to kind of debunk and kind of demystify with regards to fair chance employment. Another thing too with the idea of the concept of second chance and fair chance. We talk a lot about fair chance, and I'm glad, Tyrone, that you talk in the terms of fair chance, because second chance has a connotation. It's like we're going to give you this second opportunity, just out of our just a magnanimity, we're going to provide this. But a fair chance really is like, this is a human right. This is someone, people who have paid their debt, quote unquote, right? Just decided that should have an opportunity, right, to show that they've rehabilitated per se. And the system just isn't set up for it right now. It's just not set up to provide those opportunities. And so by even just by the nomenclature, being able to change, kind of flip the script from saying second chance to fair chance, like we're providing equitable opportunities, and so it may look like oppression. It may look like something in an imbalance to those who don't have to deal with that or worry about that. But it is all about equity. So I don't know if that
So I do have a question that I would like to ask as well is what can a company like mine or any other startup or founder do to help include that fair chance to people who may be coming in? Because I'll give you an example. For me, we work in IT. I've never worked in a situation where, at least that I've known of, that I've worked with any second chance hires, just because contracts usually, it gets a little messy. So it's something that there are a lot of smart people who would probably work better with code, would work better with, customer sales, stuff like that, that just need that chance given to them. What can you tell us that will help us kind of understand where we should be looking, what research we should be doing, stuff like that?
Well, I would say that I think there is a stigma around justice involved individuals and I think we see that play out. We see that bear out in the types of or the lack of variety of jobs. We kind of think about just kind of future casting. I know for us at the Empower Group, our kind of future casting for and vision for fair chance employment is that this is a radically transformed business landscape where it really doesn't, people coming home can have their pick, right? Yeah. They have their pick of industry, they have their pick and their choice of opportunities. And it's not just, they're not pigeonholed into any one thing. And then to your question, I would say, justice involved individuals really, there's no stereotypical kind of, you can't put that in a box per se. We have, we've worked with individuals with advanced degrees, masters, multiple degrees, whole other lives, professional lives outside. It doesn't dictate that. No. And it's, I can understand, kind of the public perception on that. But I think, again, when we kind of think about wanting to demystify that, that's really important to state that, we see this as as kind of a paradigm shift in a way where, someone's able to truly, self-actualize, right? In a positive way, and be able to have options and choices, for the different types, like software and tech, all of those things they should be available, should be open to individuals with a criminal record.
Make a point to that as well. It's like, I'm a software developer of 12 years without a degree. I don't have a degree. It's not something you need a degree for. It's something that can be taught, learned very easily by, putting the time into it like you would any other career. So it's kind of astonishing to me that there aren't other people who are getting that rehabilitation coming into software, because it's fairly lucrative, first of all, and second of all, there's not that big of a barrier of entry to it, to be honest with you. A lot of people say it's about who you know, stuff like that, but in that case, it's still the same situation. But having that skill and being able to have that skill and move forward with it, it's a lot easier now to find a way to break into the industry. And I think that it'd be great, to have that type of experience come into founders and startups, because they may be able to solve problems that we don't even know about based on what they've been through. And that's the whole point of being a founder, is using your experience to solve problems.
So start a workshop. You want to be the change?
Yeah. No,
you want to make a difference? Give the opportunity.
Absolutely.
And it's not, it's not something that, like with any other job, any other, career path, what can you do? And most of them say, hey, I used to paint houses with my uncle. I'm like, all right, can you cut in? What's that? I'm like, okay, so if you don't know how to cut in, let me tell you this, that as a regular painter, I can offer you $16 an hour. If you can cut in and finish your job, you're looking at $20, $21 an hour. So what you're willing to learn is going to dictate your success, at least working with me. The more of an asset you become, if I can send you to a job by yourself. And I'm not asking you to come in the door with these skills, but be willing, open to criticism, be willing to learn, what I have to offer you. And eventually you'll get to a point where you mimic me, and then you're no longer seen as a commodity. You're more of a partner because you can do what I do. And I've gotten a couple of people to that place where I've taught them, all aspects of flooring, painting, just common courtesy in the home, things you wouldn't think about, and it seems very simple, but if you don't know, you don't know. But more to the point, if you wanna see change, be the change. Give the opportunity, and that goes out to all companies, and like you said, all fields. The reason I didn't get into software and things like that is because, who talks about that?
It wasn't your interest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but right. But there are people that are wicked intelligent with computers and things like that, and I'm sure that they would like to be a productive. Like you said, it's lucrative. You make crazy money if you become good enough, and who would pass up that opportunity? Yeah, and that makes sense because to the point that you made. A lot of people you wouldn't know. People that I work with have no idea. I sit down in meetings, business meetings with people that, have more money than God, and they have no idea that the person that they're speaking to is someone that came from a background like mine. And what they see, they don't see me. They see a person that's capable of furthering their vision, furthering their investments. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. Can I be an asset? Yeah. They're like, they see an asset. They're like, man, this guy's good.
Yeah. That makes me think of a point that you had asked about earlier about the impact, and something else that we talk about a lot is the ripple effect. So talking about the whole family unit, and one job, one opportunity can change someone's life, which will in turn change their family's life, those children's opportunities now for their future. And when families are changed, communities are changed. Like this impact, it is a ripple effect, which is another reason why we do this work and why it matters, because the impact of changing even just one life can go way beyond anything that you would have even thought, which is huge. Yeah.
Right, and you want to know who's okay with, like you said, a lot of companies are worried about, their bottom line and, the cost of retaining employees and, turning over employees. So, for the years I was incarcerated, I made $17 a month, and I had to work every single day, buffing floors. That same skill that I learned in there for $17 a month got me my first opportunity here on this side of the fence. And I was making very good money doing what I got paid $17 a month to do. So if you want to think about, somebody that would appreciate a job that isn't, you're not making $1 million, but if you want a guy that's going to be like, hey, 15 is a good start. 17 is a good start. It's getting me in the door, and then I can work my way up from there. There are people that would appreciate that opportunity, that are willing to put in the work. And like I said, $17 an hour beats $17 a month. It's just simple mathematics.
When he said like, he had friends that I'd be like, they can come, bring them to the house, but like they're not coming in the house. Like his friends that I know, people that I've met, they're just trying to have like a normal life. And when people come in with that type of, honestly disrespect in a lot of ways, because your friends have come through for me in a lot of different ways that have shown, and I've tried to make sure that I show them that appreciation. So, and it went from that in the beginning when Tyrone first got out, like, yo, don't bring Spook over here, don't bring crazy, don't bring him over. Like, but now it's to the point where I'm like, I love these guys. They've come over, they've helped out, they've come over, had conversation, talked, all this stuff. Yeah, grilling out, exactly. Yeah, and you know, but for me, coming from the other side of it, dealing with him growing up and dealing with the friends that we grew up with, like it was always kind of something I was nervous about because I was afraid to get caught up in it. But now I'm an adult, I'm like, I know how to control myself. I know how people are gonna, and if I have that same self-control, I know other people are also putting that same self-control in, and it gave me a little more, you know, introspection into that, I guess you could say. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, this is someone that you are very close to and that has experienced this, right? Yeah. Your best friend, right. I mean, you know, and so like for me, like I've, you know, when I was 19, I got charged with a felony. And it was, you know, first time offense. I was able to get it expunged, pay restitution. I don't even have to talk about it, right? If I don't want to, right? But we know that that's just not the case for so many other people who have to walk around with this, you know, this scarlet letter, you know, and where, you know, I think for us, like, we just want to see where folks are able to have some dignity and be able to say like, hey, you know, if this is a criminal rehabilitation or criminal justice system, or there's supposed to be some form of punishment for an action, that we don't continue to punish you once you come out. Like, you know what I mean? That just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And so like that's where it's like, for us, like, we're so passionate about this, like being able to help companies see that there is a double bottom line in this too, that companies can really make a difference, and that, you know, being able to see how companies are able to not only just survive but thrive, and be able to have dreams, you know, be able to build their own thing, and you know, and have the opportunity to apprentice with someone who's able to, you know, teach them the ropes that they're able to then do their own thing, you know, and so I think that's just it's so very important to us. So yeah.
And one last thing I want to say is, you know, through this whole conversation, I don't think that anyone on this panel has used the term second chance. I think we need to remove that stigma.
Absolutely.
Because it insinuates that you're doing someone a favor.
Exactly. That's right.
We don't want favors. We want opportunity. If you give me an opportunity to thrive and I capitalize on it, then, you know, good on me, good on you. If you give me an opportunity and I fail, then that's on me.
That's right. Yeah.
The opportunity was given. I chose not to capitalize on that opportunity. Some things don't work out. You move on to the next one. You're not taking more of a chance. You know, someone that went and served a sentence, their reality at the time of that may be different from their reality now. Yeah. But if you give someone the opportunity to, you know, to work for you, make an honest dollar, what you've done is you have, that's a soul that you've pulled out of that box of uncertainty about, you know, how they're going to provide for themselves and their families. And you have completed the rehabilitation process. That's when it comes to completion. People say the justice system doesn't work. All they do is get out and go back to jail and, you know, this and that. And the fact of the matter is if there's no opportunities on this side, how do you know that the justice system doesn't work? If you aren't a part of completing that process, you can't say it doesn't work. Because anybody that I've worked with, anybody that I'm sure these guys have worked with, it's worked, and it's worked several times. It works. Fair chance, not second chance, just a fair opportunity.
Fair opportunity. Yep. Here on that.
So as we finish this up, I just want to ask, like, Is there any way that people can reach you, find out more about you, give us a website, something like that? Something, you know, if they want to reach out to be a part of this movement and helping change this paradigm.
So we're the Empower Group. So you can find us at empowergroup.org. And yeah, that's probably the easiest way to connect with us.
Yeah, we're a local company. We do, you know, all aspects of building maintenance, interior, exterior, property turnovers, trash out, haul away. Everybody has to live, and you know, unfortunately, we live in a era where corporations have bought up 90% of the real estate. Not too many private landlords anymore. You know, a lot of private landlords do their own maintenance and things like that. Now companies do it, and their bottom line is their objective. So they hire companies like mine to, you know, do their make readies and things like that. So it's a great opportunity for anyone that is interested in learning, contributing, you know, developing a skill set that's going to, you know, change the dynamic of your family. Yeah, feel free to reach out. Like I said, KNT Maintenance LLC, Facebook page, the same, or just look me up. My Facebook name is my name. You know, feel free to, you know, give you an opportunity to get your foot in the door and get started. I am a person of accountability. You know, my word is my word, and you know, if I give you my word, then that's what it is. And it's a double-edged sword. I'll give you a fair chance, but I'm not going to make exceptions. Like I said, it's, you know, I'll give you that fair shot.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for today's panel. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you all.
Thanks for having us. This was great.
Yeah.
All right.